Hello, and welcome to Uncle Rico's Storytime, number 81. Let's see what kind of stories we have today, shall we? Ah, yes. This is a good one. I was so fucking excited yesterday. My mountain land has been rough going. I inherited a lot of shit that's up there, and one of them being a fifth wheel, but I don't want to. Uh, it's not a fifth wheel. It's a It's a little pull behind trailer, but I don't want to live in the place that the I want my own shit. So I started to build like a 10 by 10 utility shed, and then a bunch of stuff happened and hand surgery, and I haven't been able to get up there and everything, and the wood is warping, and I'm not happy with it. I had enough money to drop a storage container up there. So I was talking to this guy. Prices, when I first had the idea of a storage container, prices were like $5,500, $6,000. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll build I can build something cheaper for that. Well, now they're like 3 grand. Everybody has gotten into the industry, and competition has driven the prices way down. So I got this dude on the hook to deliver a 40-foot storage container to my property up in the mountains for $3,000. Um, I talked to a couple other people that were like 3,500. This dude seemed extra ballsy. He was like, "I got it, no problem. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about." So we get up there. He had a Dodge 350 heavy duty. Took it up like a champ. Had some cornering issues. There was one tight hairpin thing that he swung it out, and then right before he was gonna bring it back and start turning it back, he took the tires all the way out again and dipped down and almost hit the cliff, and then rocked back up and reversed out of it. Because when it happened, I was like, oh fuck, he's gonna smash into that cliff, and then he didn't, and then I was like, there's no fucking way he's getting out of there, and he timed it and reversed it back out, and I was like, holy shit, man, hat tip. But once he got it out, once he popped back out, he was like, oh shit, and completed it the way that he should have in the first time. He got ballsy and wanted more room, and he didn't need it. Um, but we get it up past a couple other shitty things, and we get it up to the land, and I didn't cut in the entry enough to where I wanted it placed. We looked at it, we fucked around with a bunch of things. He's like, you know what? If I go up there, turn it around, back it down, and you cut this angle more. So I went in there and I'm fucking cutting out cactus and weed trees like a champ, just trying to, because I don't want this dude waiting around at all. I already felt bad because when I was giving him directions, I was like, yeah, it's a 40-minute drive. And, not thinking, I actually stopped halfway through and ran back, and I was like, dude, I feel really bad. I said 40 minutes, but, that's people drive. You convert it when people tell you how long, you automatically assume, right? And he's like, yeah, I know that it's going to take a while. It's, big load. And I'm like, okay, well, it ended up taking 4 hours. But I couldn't cut it in. I hauled out a bunch of rocks and stuff. Got a bunch of cactus needles through my fucking work gloves, and I spit all over the computer there for you at home that didn't get that visual onslaught of saliva coming at you. Now I know what some of my girlfriends look like, what it looks like for them. Wait, that would be opposite. Pink. Yep, that would be me. Alright, I just outed myself. But yeah, the hell. So we get it up there, and I didn't cut in the entry enough. I worked my ass off to clear a bigger thing, and then once he reversed it, he was like, "No fucking way, you can't." He's like, "You can't turn because the terrain is so bumpy and stuff that you can't just make the turn. You know, you're like it's." So he came back and looked at it, and he's like, "Awesome job." He's like, "Holy crap, I didn't think he'd be able to get that like cleared and everything." And then he's like, "There's no fucking way." So we dropped it right at the entrance of my land, and I'm really bummed because I know that I'm going to start bringing stuff up there and then just end up leaving it there. And I do not want to do that. I cannot do that. I have to get it placed where I want it. And I know that I can always bring stuff out and move it myself, but with my tractor, I'm not really comfortable doing that. If I had like a skid steer or something like that, maybe, but so close and so far. I was actually moving it all the way. We got it through all the bad road parts, and then we get to right at the bottom of my hill, and I see this. I'm driving way ahead and like flagging down any side by side drivers. So I get up ahead to the base of my hill, and I see this yellow poking through. And I'm like, fuck, that's a vehicle. So it was a little tiny excavator thing that had broken down. The side of it was off. It's like, no. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to drive ahead, go start knocking on all my neighbors' doors and see like who it is. And then we hear up above on the hill, I hear some noise, and it was a truck coming down. So it was one of my neighbors, and so they moved it for us. And then we got it the rest of the way home and found out the entryway wasn't cut in enough, and so we just dropped it. So, but at least it's up there, which is good because work is still being exasperated, and I have to move that. I got to start moving shit up there. I got to go. I want to start building. I want to get up there and get into the mountains. So I'm chomping at the bit. So, but we got that up there. I'm just boy, I was so excited, and I'm still really excited about it, and was in a great mood. We ended up. We were supposed to meet at the lake at 9. Pushed it back till 10. Didn't meet till 11:30. Didn't get off the mountain until I think like 5 o'clock. I didn't get back home and showered and ate until like 7. Long day, but it was a good day. It felt good. And I was in a good mood all day long. I woke up today in a fucking pissy mood. And I know it's from social media. And I have to stop picking up my phone because everybody's feeds right now are probably protests and cops. I keep blocking all of these news channels, and they just keep popping up because and I was thinking about this. I was like, how many fucking news channels? Because it's like KXVR Cleveland, VX DNR, wherever Oklahoma. I'm like, Jesus, block. So I'm like, why do these keep popping up? Eventually, aren't I gonna block all the news outlets? I'm like, not really. There's probably thousands of them, but that's what's going viral right now. So obviously, every news outlet is going to go, okay, we're going to run a story on that, and then it's going to go generate thousands and thousands of comments of people bitching at each other. So that's going to get clicks. And that's what is driving media right now, sensationalism. What is going to bring the most interest? Which, I mean, it was true back in the day. You always want to lead with the most interesting stuff, but man, what the whole monster of social media driven by negative comments is, for me, just mind blowing. I go through this, so I get off Facebook and I'm like, all right, Instagram, at least I'll, look at a couple of hot chicks doing stupid things, doing dumb dances. And I get on there and there's this one video and the caption says, me going to whatever country, me going to Brussels thinking I'm going to get scouted. And I'm like, I see this girl with a nice body, all glammed up, getting off an airport, I think. And she gets off the airplane thing and walks through the doorway and stuff and kind of walks in front of the camera and does a phone twirl and basic. And that's on a good day. Without being mean, she was ugly, And then the comments are, people being like, not that mean, but they were like, model, what the hell, because I guess what the caption meant was, thinking she's gonna get scouted to be a model, and people were like, not with that face, There's a lot of people aren't meant to be main characters. That's fine, that kind of thing. And then the women calling, the guys are saying that stuff, and then the women are calling them incels. But then there were a lot of women too that were like, nope, basic, average, saying stuff like that because she was like, what the fuck are you thinking? You're not a model. But then other people are like, she is a model. Because the Instagram people, if you take a picture and you put it on there, you're a model. So, but this one girl said she's literally a gorgeous supermodel. And I said, she's literally not a supermodel, and she's not gorgeous. Like, you don't have to. And then she said something about judging someone's looks, and I said, well, you're judging her, you're blindly defending her just because she's a woman, but you're ripping on me for my looks, for ripping on her. You're doing the exact same thing. But when I click on your profile picture, I see this nasty green hair. You dyed it. You look like it looks like the Joker transitioned. You dyed your hair a nasty color just to be interesting or different for attention. Like, that's why you did it, was to be noticed. Like, I'm not on that level of mental deficiency. So I'm still waiting for her response. But I'm angry. And then I get in my car and I'm driving along and I'm angry that I lashed out at this girl because I don't like to be mean. But I was like, well, once you call me ugly, then it's on. I'll tee up and let her rip. And I'll drop a nuclear bomb, unfortunately. But then I feel bad about it because, it's probably, she's probably some dipshit pie in the sky girl. All women are beautiful. Well, no, not the narcissistic dumb ones. Not the ones that told her friend to go outside and record her getting off the fucking plane like she is paparazzi, and then the big reveal is, you're ugly. Well, that's what the comments are going to be. And that's why she goes viral, is because, she's like, oh, look at me, I'm super hot. And all the guys are like, no, you're not, you're ugly. And this was my point, though, is even women were on there like, no, you're ugly. So before I teed off on this one girl, I was like, look, the normal thing here is some young, dumb idiot needs to fill their a void because they have low self-esteem, so they ask for it through social media. Okay, and what happens is people go, no, you are an idiot and you're not as amazing as you think you are. You're asking for our opinion. We're giving it to you now. And because of an overwhelming negative response, that social media algorithm has now rewarded you for being not good at something, and that has gone viral and came across my news feed. And so now even more people are commenting on it, saying negative shit about her. And she's embracing it probably right now because she's getting likes and everything like that, but ultimately that is going to just rip her shit away because she is going on reading all of these comments like a fucking obsessed maniac. And she's probably fucking cutting herself right now. It's fucking bad. It's bad. But, yeah. I was angry about that, so then I start driving, and I'm super pissed off, and I'm driving like an asshole, and I don't realize it, but one thing that I realize that I can help with my back is when I'm driving, I can push my head back against the car seat, like, and it gives me a good workout and forces my back straight. If I'm leaning forward at all, and it causes me pain, anything over 20 minutes. And so today I was all pissed off, like hunched forward, driving like this motherfucker, like, and I get out of where after I was driving, and I was like, as soon as I got out, I was like, and I realized it was because I was hunched forward, like, motherfucker, come on. I wasn't screaming at everybody because I was stoned enough. But, I was like looking for, and I'm turning, like, because I drive a truck. I'm like, whereas normally I'm just kicking back and pushing my head against, and I'm checking the sides and, checking the sides a little bit more. But this time I was so aggressive. I got out. I was like, oh my God, this fucking kills me. But, yeah, so work is not getting any better, which is I knew would happen. But my work broke up me and my customer care rep, who have always had an awesome, great work relationship and just straight up get shit done. They broke that up and put kind of an imbecile in charge of me, and so he's always, and they want everything to go through this app now, and this app has all these different sub categories that you need to, type of incident, location, unit, all this stuff. So, and he's always, incorrectly filling out the wrong things. Hey, check RV4 AJ3, and I'm like, nope, AJ3 doesn't have RVs. AJ2 has RV parking, but 4 has been wiped out from parks, the parking remodel. So maybe AJ1, and that has a vehicle in it. So I don't know. But he's constantly kind of screwing stuff up. And so he did the same thing yesterday. Talked about it in my podcast, but he wanted me to do something, and I was like, nope, don't need to do it. We did it last night, and he was like, no, it is totally different. And I was like, no, it's still the same thing. Don't worry about it. We don't need to do it, man. It's good. Just do it. And then that blew out of proportion. And so what he did is he went into other tasks that I don't think he was supposed to. I don't think he had any reason to be in, and kind of started piping in. And so I started punching back at him and really letting some shit fly. And then so he went through the day and must have thought something up and thought about how to do it and everything, and kind of typed up a paragraph that just Like right away, I was like, all right. So I just kind of hit him back more than that, and then I went in and went to a supervisor. I was like, look, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but figure the shit out. Here's more pictures, you know, da 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 da. Like, it seems like this dude's just having a bad day and dug his heels in, and, this and that. And so I sent it to a supervisor that's right underneath Kelly, my big boss, who I really am having all the problems with. And so right away this morning, I get tasked 3 items, and I'm like, "Fuck you!" I'm not gonna. I knew it was from Kelly, so everybody else I jump on right away. Kelly, I'm like, "Nah, I'm not answering her phone calls anymore. Um, I'll check her tasks when I get around to it," type thing. And so today I just pulled them up just now, and she said she wants pictures of all the company units. And this is funny because we've always had one maintenance unit at all 3 locations, and one got filled up by our old handyman with like mattresses and crap. The other one, I said, hey, we can rent this. It's just tools. I can move the tools over into my back shed. And then there's one unit up at the other location that I've been trying to rent out also. I was like, we can clear all this shit out. None of this is all old handyman stuff. Like, we can, if you guys are looking for units to rent and maximizing money, like, we can rent all these units. And I've said it a couple of times, but this is not what they're after. Kelly tasked these in because she wants me to move my shit out. Now, they already tried this with some clears when I got all pissy with them. They were like, all right, we're getting rid of all clears. And she sent my handyman up, this new handyman up, to clear out all the shit. So now she thinks she's going to make a power play and make me have to get all of my shit. She must think that I have a bunch of shit in these units, but it's already cleared out. So I plan on taking a couple of pictures and slow playing, but ultimately I need to get all the shit that I have in my big bay unit out, which isn't much at all. It's one trailer full. It's easy peasy. But I am going to fuck with Kelly and just kind of slow play it. I'm going to do... even before that, this is what's funny about this, is when they went through and started looking at all my offline units, I was like, these aren't my offline units. These are repairs or auction units that didn't sell that you tasked me with clearing out, and I don't have time to fucking clear out a 10 by 10. Plus, I told you I fucking can't do it because of my back. So we got to handle my buddy's company, which will be cheap as shit, and they'll do it. Nope, we're going to send in this new handyman to go through. So the new handyman goes through, but then he doesn't notify them of the units when they got done. He sent pictures of the clears, but then Kelly is lazy and incompetent and probably didn't activate those units. So we still have offline units. But when they went through and found stuff that was in it, they designated them company units. So they're under the assumption that I have 2 or 3 units at each location with stuff in them, and I don't. But I can't even access our company website our system to find out like what a unit is. I can't do walkthroughs, anything like that. I can't print walkthroughs anymore. So I am going to shoot them all a picture of the one maintenance unit that I have at each location that's full of shit, that's, handyman shit, and then close out those tasks. They will then respond with, no, there's more units. I go, well, that's the only company unit that I know about, and they're going to say, oh, it's these. So then I'm going to send them pictures of those units, which I presume are probably fucking empty, and then by the time I get to my location and get them to ask directly about bay one, I'm going to go, that's not a company unit. That's got a door that was beat to shit, and I put my work stuff in there. Oh, we need to get it up line. Oh, well, I mean, it's empty now. I took my stuff out of there because I knew that I'm going to be gone soon. So, get somebody over here to fucking fix the door. So I'm basically going to fuck with them and string them along with all these pictures for a while, just to give myself more time to get my stuff up to my mountain. But this is the retaliation for me basically telling them to go fuck themselves yesterday. So, but yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm gonna go play some hockey because I need it, and I wanna fucking strangle somebody, and I know that hockey will make me feel better. So I can't goaltend because I take any pucks in this palm, it just hurts like hell. So I'm gonna try switching, and I'll hold the stick with this one, and then this will be my basket hand. Watch out, bitch. Oh, oh, oh. All right, peace out, bitches.